everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I am here today to bring you this fun treat holder that holds Hershey's Fangs. I know, fun Halloween candy. They look like vampire fangs, and they're actually Hershey's cookies and cream mini bars. But see how cool they are? They look like fangs. And so we are making two treat holders, both of them. One is our little vampire. Sorry for my alarm. And one is this really cool haunted house. So let's get started. This is going to be fun. Okay, so the way this treat holder is, we're gonna slide these out, and when we do, there is the Hershey's Fangs right in this little slot that I made with the cool stylish shapes, the tiniest banner. That's where those sit. And then you just slide this piece back on. It says boo on the inside. Isn't that cute? And then you just slide this piece back in here and down, and it holds your treat holder closed. So we're going to do one vampire and one haunted house. I'm just going to put them off to the side. I've used the Scary Cute bundle. It is the haunted house is from the dies, the bats are from the dies, and then the little vampire guy is from the stamp set. Also, the boo is from the stamp set, and then the sentiments on the outside, and then this little banner here was used on the outside, is also from the Scary Cute. So I have used this bundle a ton. I hope that you guys will see a good value in it. And of course, you guys know how much I use stylish shapes. I love them. I like that we have all different kinds of shapes, and it's a lot of fun. My second probably most used die set is layering circles, and then after that scallop shapes, and then maybe tailored tags. But I love all of those dies. I use them constantly. I've gotten way more than my money's worth out of them, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and get started, and we could make this Hershey's Fangs treat holder. So since we're making two of them, we're going to need 2 strips of cardstock, and I'm using Pacific Point. That's the color that I've chosen, and they are 2 inches by 11 inches, which means you can get 4 of these from one piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. How fun is that? So we're going to score them down the long side only, and I'll score the first one, then I'll score the second one. They're scored exactly the same, so there's quite a few score marks, so get ready. So 1/2 inch, 1.5. I don't know if that one got all the way down. Okay, 1.5, and then 2.5. So 1/2 inch, 1.5, 2.5, 3. 1/2 inch, 1.5, 2.5, 3. Then we have 2 more score marks. One's at 6 3/4. And one's at 7 1/4. So 1/2 inch, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 6 3/4, 7 1/4. Let's do it one more time. 1/2 inch, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 6 3/4, 7 1/4. All right, that's all the scoring. I'm making 2 treat holders, so I need it to score twice. Let's burnish on all the score lines. All right, there's one. Let's do the other one. 1/2 inch, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 6 3/4, 7 1/4. All right, so those are our score marks, and this is how our little treat holder is going to come together, just like this. And this is going to be glued down. You're going to see it's going to form the little holder for our Hershey Fangs. So this is really fun. We are going to take our treat holder and we are going to attach, I'll show you. Pull the fangs out. We're gonna cut this little banner out of this second panel, not this 1/2 inch, but this one right here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now and get that part out of the way. So I'm gonna grab this tiny banner, which is super cute, right? I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I could actually do it in the mini, but I already have the big one out, so I used it for another project. And so we'll just use this one since it's here. Okay, let's grab my plates. So on the big machine, we need plate 1, 2, and 3. And the second 3 will go on the top. So we're gonna cut into, this is the 1/2 inch panel, and then in the next panel is where we're gonna center this little die cut. And do it as best as you can. You can use washi tape if you want, or a piece of Post-it note tape, or flags, or Post-it notes, whatever you like to use to hold your pieces in place. I don't like to crank a whole piece through my machine, so I usually go to the first score mark after I put my die cut, and I hold it there and then crank it through my machine. Let me make sure that this is in. There we go. So I just kind of hold it so I don't have to go through the whole entire piece. I'm going to do this a second time. So we'll slide this out. There's the first one. And you can save this little flag banner for another project. There it is, cut. Let's do it one more time. So here it is. Gonna line it up. I'm actually going to pull this back a little. And line it up, make sure it's as straight as I can get it. You know, life's not perfect. I'm not perfect, and everyone knows when I make treats, they're not going to be perfect, but the stuff inside is going to be yum, right? All right, let's slide this in, crank it through. All right, that one was loud. Let me slide it back. I'm gonna pull my die off, and here's my banner, and there is my second treat. So you can see you can do a bunch of these at one time. And I'm gonna put my die back, put it away so that I don't lose it, because that would not be good. And let's get this machine out of the way, and then we can get started with the fun part, right? The decoration aspect of our project. All right, so here are our pieces. This is what it looks like. So we are going to use 2 pieces of DSP. One is from the brights, one is from the neutrals, because I wanted to have a chocolate colored one, and then one to match our paper. And then this is our basic white cardstock. So the basic white pieces are 1 3/4 inch by 3.5. And then the DSP, both of these are cut 1 5/8 by 3 3/8. Okay. We're going to glue those together onto these white pieces. So I'm going to put glue on my DSP. See, the other side is floral. I wanted the stripe side, but you can use any pattern that you want and any DSP that you want. This is just what I chose. I do think it looks pretty good. I always buy the neutral pack because I love DSP and neutral colors. I don't know what it is about the neutral colors. I just think it's so pretty in neutral colors. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a basic white rectangle that is 1 3/4 by 3.5, and we're gonna glue this 1 5/8 by 3 3/8 inch piece of DSP on there. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, I don't know why my alarm keeps going off. I apologize again. Oh, it's never a dull moment. Gotta love my life, right? Okay, there we go. Here is our next one. So those are the two pieces for the front panels. So let's just go ahead and glue them on the front. So the front panel is going to be the end that doesn't have any short piece on it. That's our front panel. So I'm going to go ahead and flip these over and put adhesive. While we're gluing, we might as well just go ahead and glue the front panels on and get them out of my way, right? So here's one. And I think this chocolate looks really good against this Pacific Point. All right, and let's grab our other one. And again, Pacific Point on Pacific Point. Monochromatic is always nice as well. So pretty. All right, so now we're going to glue the other end. There's going to get glue on this 1/2 inch piece right here. And we have to form it so that we know where to glue it. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that this is straight, this is slanted, and it gets glued down. This piece has to be straight. If you have that straight, everything else falls into place, okay? So we're going to put adhesive on this little tab here, this 1/2 inch piece. And then I'm going to make sure that this other 1/2 inch piece is straight. And I'm going to hold that in a straight position. I'm just going to let this fall where it falls and press it into place. And you can test it before it's fully glued down by bringing this piece up. This 1/2 inch piece is going to form the back, and just make sure that it lines up, and it should. And that's what it should look like from the side. So once I know it's in place, I can go ahead and press it down. I'm going to do the same thing to the other one, okay? One more time, which is good because I get to show you guys a few times and then you're ready to go. So on this flap here, on the back side, this forms my box. This is my slant. I want to make sure that this piece bends back. I should have done that before I put the glue on, huh? Because now I'm going to have glue on my fingers. Next time, make sure that it's burnished, because remember when we ran it through the machine, it kind of flattens that out. But as long as this is straight, then this will naturally fall where it needs to go. This is straight. Make sure that this is straight. And if it is, come on, before it glues down. It is straight now, that this will fall where it naturally needs to go. This part goes up. All right, so then let's make sure that it's right, and it is, and that's what your side looks like. It's angled. So now that we know it's good, I'm going to go ahead and press it into place. Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do is add my fangs. So I'm going to stick those in to the little holes. Okay. Now let's decorate the inside. So we're going to get a stitch circle. I'll show you which one. It's the second smallest stitch circle, 2 of those, because 1 for each treat package, right? They're going to go there. And then I'm using the banners that are left when we cut this opening. We're going to stamp Boo on these, okay? So I'm going to grab my Memento Tuxedo Black ink and my Boo stamp. And I'm just going to stamp that right in the center of each of my banner pieces. Super simple. I'm going to clean my stamp. All right, so as you can see, the circle doesn't fit perfectly. So you want this edge. So when we're gluing, we're not going to put any glue on a small portion. I'll show you. So this top section doesn't get any. And we're just going to hold it from the non-glued part and go ahead and center it and press that into place. Let's do the other one. Again, a section of it is not getting glue. So we're going to hold it from that section, press it into place. Just like that. Make sure the little fangs are there so I can give it a nice press. Now we're going to attach our boo, which is going to go across that piece right there. Okay, so we'll flip these over, add adhesive to the backs. Let's grab my tweezers. And we're gonna attach this, and it's again lower than center. We're just gonna have kind of the same area that we didn't put glue on is the area that we're gonna leave at the bottom, the amount of area we're gonna leave at the bottom, because we need to have ribbon for our, we need to have room for our ribbon. So that's gonna go across like that. Let's do this one. So a little bit less than half. It's kind of hanging out at the bottom. I'm just sticking my hand in there to really press it. All right. So we're gonna have some ribbon next, and the ribbon is gonna tie all of this together, right? So let's tie our ribbon next, and then we can add our embellishments on the top. So let's see how long our ribbon is. I don't remember. We'll just have to measure. Looks about 12 inches, maybe a little less. So that's 6. Yeah, about 9.5, almost 10 inches. So go 10. I would go 10 because it's better to go longer than shorter. So this is going to be our cover. So we're going to start the ribbon on the back. Okay, just make sure it's not twisted like that is. Because then you'll be mad. So make sure it's not twisted, and then you're going to tie the gingham, black gingham ribbon. I love this ribbon, black and white gingham. It's in our main catalog. So I like to do a little cross like this. And you don't want it super tight because remember, you have to slide this in and out. So it's okay if it's a little loose, but I pull it, and then I'm gonna just put this through into a knot. And when I pull it, I just want to make sure that it's taut but not super tight. There we go. So there's the first one. Let me do it one more time. Cross. Hold it. Do my knot. Pull. Just make sure it's taut, but not super tight. There we go. There's my second one. Let's slide it down. Goes kind of right about there. We're going to trim the edges with our ribbon scissors. Okay. You can also designate a pair of paper snips just for ribbon. So these are 2 packages. Let me put my fangs back in this one now that you guys have seen the inside. I'm going to go ahead and close my little vampire up so we can follow the outside and make him look like that. So next we are going to attach our banners. I've already stamped those. We have Halloween Happiness and Love at First Bite. And then we have 2 bats. They're the medium size. And then we have our little fussy cut vampire and our haunted house. So cute. Love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. So I'm going to use mini dimensionals because they're kind of small, right? And let's go ahead and put those on our pieces wherever you feel that it needs, and as many as you feel comfortable using. I tend to over-dimensionalize all of my projects, but you don't have to. You can put as much or as little dimensionals as you choose. All right. I just am a little extra. I know. I can't help myself. In fact, I'm going to put some more. I know. Just don't watch me. I know I get a little crazy. I get a little crazy with the dimensionals. But I just really like my pieces to be secure, and it's just how I feel about it. And you don't have to. Like I said, I use the edges for like strips like this, things like that. Just a little extra, but I don't know. For me, it's worth the effort. It may not be worth it for you. I'm going to pull the backs off of these. They're kind of hard to stick down when they're small because they want to stick to you and not to the surface. But again, worth it. I'm going to pick those up when I take your pick tool in a minute. Okay. And then these are going to get regular size dimensionals. So let me get the big guys. I'm going to put 2 on that one, 2 on this one, and then the bats are going to get wet glue. So let me get my take your pick tool and start removing the backs. Let me pick these guys up and throw them away. Gotta love the take your pick tool just to keep all the dimensional backs from your craft room floor. Your craft room floor may be not happy because it likes to eat them, but your slippers will be happy because they're not attached to your slippers or to your house shoes or to your sneakers or to the bottoms of whatever, and you traipse them through your whole house. Okay, I'm going to put the haunted house on this brown. This one's the early espresso color. I'm going to put that one there. Oh my gosh, this haunted house is so cute. Halloween happiness. This is going to come across right here. And the way that I did it is I made the little peaks just barely stick out past my white. And to make sure it's straight before I actually press it hard. Okay. That's in place. Let's get our little vampire down. Oh my gosh, this is such a cute project. Oh, I must have missed that one. I did. And love at first bite. So cute. Make sure it's straight before I stick it down, and it is. All right, so now I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on my bat. Let me bring my silicone mat back in. This wing of the bat is kind of off of him, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue like this. Just a little. The bat makes the whole thing. I mean, it just makes it spooky, right? Spooky cute. So we're going to just attach that on. Like so, which is why we didn't put glue on the whole bat, because he kind of sticks off of our label. Depending on the words, you just have to angle your bat so that you could still read your sentiment. And there is our adorable project. I'm so happy with how that turned out. All right, so what did we use? Again, we used Stylish Shapes. Let's move these guys to the sides here. We used Stylish Shapes, and we used the Scary Cute bundle, which is the Scary Silhouette dies and Scary Cute stamp set, and then of course Stylish Shapes. I hope that you guys enjoyed the project. Give me a thumbs up, like my video, comment, and share it to your Pinterest, where you will be able to make this project again. And again, like I said, these do not have to be Halloween projects. You can make them for Christmas, for any occasion, really. Just make them because they're so fun. Thanks again for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!